and Yip Pui Yin of Hong Kong. So more Hong Kong players in the women's singles semi-finals as well. Saina Nehwal trying to get back up to within the world's top 5. Getting back on form. But she's got a tough opponent ahead of her today. The number 5 seed, Yip Pui Yin. They've done such a great job here with this arena in Cebu. If you were listening at the start, I was talking about how it hosted the Sukma Games last year, Malaysia's national games between the various districts. The medal tally was led by Selangor, followed closely by the hosts here in Sarawak. And it was Selangor who led the way in the badminton event as well. And it really is a great venue for this kind of event, a Grand Prix Gold. Certainly helped by the atmosphere, this Malaysian crowd. Very vocal indeed, and getting behind all players, even those non-Malaysians, like we saw in the previous men's singles final. So it was a nice introduction to both players in this women's singles semi-final. Yip Pui Yin winning the serve. Apologies, winning the coin toss and electing the far end for the start of the match. The court's just in need of a little attention before we get underway. That fierce men's singles battle, some great rallies. And with such heat out here in Cebu, Malaysia, and high levels of humidity, no surprise. Players leaving a few spots of sweat on the court. Saina Nehwal then, you can see her route through to today's semi-final. She hasn't dropped a game so far this week. Wasn't the best of starts yesterday against Fitriani in the quarters, but she came back somehow in that first game to take it to 15, which was a surprise to me, and take the second 21-14. I'll tell you a bit more about Saina Nehwal in a while, but Yip Pui Yin, the 30-year-old, apologies, 29-year-old, still ranked number 30 from Hong Kong. You could argue she's past her peak in her career, but she's still fighting hard. She was ranked up at number 8 back in 2011. That round 2 result against Febi and Gooney was a tough almost hour-long struggle out there. She took the third in the end, 21-17. She's worked very hard to make her way through to today's semi-final. It's Nehwal that leads the head-to-head. No surprise there. Saina Nehwal, former world #1. She leads the head-to-head 6-2. The Uber Cup in 2014 was their last meeting. Saina coming through that match 29-10, 21-9. Our umpire, Mr. Tiong Yu Chin of Malaysia. And in the service judge chair, Oscariano Robertus Tommy of Indonesia. So yes, Saina Nehwal, the #1 seed here at this event. The former world #1 back in 2015. She's still only 26 years of age. Seems as though she's been around for a long, long time. She's been playing at such a high level for so many years now. Currently ranked #10 in the world. Perhaps she's arguably had a turbulent and difficult year 2016 for her. She began the year ranked #2. But she's had a few setbacks with injury and has taken a bit of a rest for many months since the Rio Olympics, contributing to her falling to #10. But we're seeing her face a bit more in the last couple of months. Let's hope there's a comeback on the cards for Saina Nehwal. Great technique on that jump out forehand. Nehwal, it's like unloading a coiled spring. Really gives the shuttle a crack as she whips that forehand cross court. Well, what a great rally. Such an intriguing battle this is going to be. Nehwal, not the tallest of competitors. When you compare her, for example, to her teammate from India, PV Sindhu. But Nehwal, so strong, muscular, and such a fighter. In a fairly even battle, you always back Nehwal towards the end. Such a fierce competitor. Such a strong fighter. Not the best of starters, usually. In contrast, Yip Pui Yin, the leaner of the two, still looking so fit at the age of 29. Arguably likes to run her opponents down, but I wonder whether, given that she seems past her peak, whether she's still got it in her to take Nehwal to a long third game. Great cross net from Yip Pui Yin. Sets up the short lift. Well, it wasn't even half court. Yeah, good call from the line judge. It was uncertain, but great judgment. Oof, it wasn't far out, was it? Well, you can read the celebration on the back of her shirt. Yip Pui Yin goes with the fist pump. What a lift. That's certainly the way to beat Saina Nehwal. Great slice, slow drop, and then lift really deep into the far corner. Nehwal, as always, the face of sheer determination. It's one of the many reasons why she's such a hero to the whole of India.
Semifinals, 8-5.
Yeah, Yip Pui Yin really read that short serve quite easily. She was on that very early to apply the pressure. Just the push into the body of Nehwal. Good disguise on the backhand net from Nehwal.
Yes.
So the court mop guy just getting a bit more exercise. Wonderful straight smash from Yip Pui Yin. Interesting to watch Nehwal's tactics on serve. It's more common to see a short serve these days, and even in the women's singles game, it didn't used to be so. But when the women's singles players do serve long, they often give it as much height and length as possible. Try to make sure it comes down on the back line vertically. In contrast, Nehwal quite often employs a flatter serve. Not so high. The trajectory is obviously different, and it gives a different option in attack to her opponents. Doesn't seem to be working that well for her so far in this match. Yip Pui Yin is onto that short serve quite early and seems to put quite a bit of pressure on Nehwal, returning the long serve as well. So we might see a change of tactic there, I'm not sure. Either way, it's Yip Pui Yin that takes the lead into the mid-game interval here in the first. That's 11-9.
Play.
Well, 3 points the lead. That error on the return of serve from Nehwal. Just like yesterday's quarterfinal, Nehwal struggling at the start of the match, but coming back very strong. Yeah, that one well left. Yeah, that style of serve from Nehwal, it too easily gives the attack away to her opponent. I wonder why she does that. Perhaps it's so that she can disguise the shorter serve at the same time, should she choose to. Well, Nehwal got away with that. That first drop shot she played was so slow. Yip Pui Yin should have really taken advantage and applied some pressure. Yeah, the error in defence this time from Nehwal on the forehand side. Yip Pui Yin staying with her, 13-14. And good judgment from Saina Nehwal. Well, she has a habit of doing this, Nehwal, looking behind, especially in the first game at the break. And looking in a spot of trouble, but somehow she's got a 3-point lead towards the latter stages of this game. Yeah, looking for a few words of encouragement from the coach. And Yip Pui Yin running short of ideas. She tried the deceptive double net, as we call it, the sort of double bluff. Takes a lot of skill, and this time just wasn't quite able to pull it off. Yeah, great play, Nehwal. The hole and the punch clear, catching Pui Yin off guard. Wow, what a drop shot. It was the big coiled spring action she's got. It looked like she was going to play a powerful smash. And then she just brushed across the side of the feathers to bring it down steep, but slow. And there it is. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Nehwal pulls ahead. About 6 points in a row to take the opening game. Almost out of the blue. And Yip Pui Yin really had no answer to Nehwal's attacking late on in that game. She takes the first, 21-13. So Saina Nehwal off to a fine start. A dominant looking scoreline, but for half of that game it looked quite even between these two.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
And then suddenly Nehwal couldn't miss and Yip Pui Yin was struggling. And in just a couple of minutes, Nehwal closed 6 or 7 or even 8 points.
Second game. Lock ball. Play.
And as ever, looking very serious, very determined, Nehwal. Ooh.
1 love.
Umpire caught in 2 minds. It did look in from here, but we are quite some way away up here. Oh no, it looked out on the replay. Shake of the head from Yip Pui Yin. Can't quite believe it, but it did look to be out on that replay. And a good overall. Good body smash, Nehwal. Although from India, she is a big favourite in many parts of the world. It seems this crowd in Malaysia are fully behind Saina Nehwal as well. Maybe there's quite a few Indian supporters in attendance. And that drop shot again, so deceptive. She coils her arm up. It looks like she's going to hit something with a great deal of power and then just slices across the shuttle at the last moment. And again, that forehand slice. Even the dive from Yip Pui Yin, not enough to keep the shuttle in play. Round the head, cross-court smash this time, played to perfection. Like I said earlier, Nehwal, renowned for being a bit of a slow starter, but when she starts getting into a match, she's almost unstoppable. Yip Pui Yin looking. I was just wondering whether they were going to change the shuttle. Yeah, she was looking a bit defeated then, that body language, Yip Pui Yin. Yeah, great disguise on the forehand, the return of serve. Making it look easy, but it's quite a skillful shot, just the hold and push. Great timing, great technique. Nehwal looking as though she can't believe she put that serve in the net and asking her coach for advice. Or maybe she's asking her coach about something else. Looking slightly unsettled, the Indian superstar. Nothing unsettling about that. Round the head's cross-court smash again, though. Looks like there's a magnet drawing the shuttle to that spot. Yeah, I think Nehwal was guessing that Yip Pui Yin was going to smash down her forehand side. Well, a couple of service return errors from Nehwal, and that bad bit of judgment gives Yip Pui Yin something of a lifeline. Back to within 4 points. She was about 8-1 down a moment ago. Oh well, that forehand cross-court slice misjudged. Just didn't quite get the timing right. Let the shuttle drop. Perhaps could have taken it slightly higher. Wow. She was almost out of reach. A jump out on the forehand. Cross-court punch clear. Incredible shot from Nehwal. And there it is again with Yip Pui Yin. That's a loss for how to return that round the head smash. Played to almost exactly the same spot every time, just inside that far line. Incredible shot from Nehwal. And a good time to take the mid-interval break. The courts were going to be mocked anyway after that big dive from Yip Pui Yin. And a quick calculation tells me that Saina Nehwal has taken around 20 of the last 27 points in this match, if you include the end of the first game. Looking here in full control. Great smash from Yip Pui Yin, yet though. I think she needs to find a few lines herself if she's to get herself back into this match. I think Saina Nehwal's attitude and body language, the facial expressions, I'm sure they win her quite a few points every match she plays. She doesn't mean to be intimidating, she's just her style, but she certainly is. And often her opponents just don't know how to handle it. Yeah, it did look to be a little drift. Initially, that shot looked to be going in and then perhaps out. Nehwal caught in two minds. Well, an error in the lift, but she's still got a 6-point lead, Nehwal. It's going to take a lot for Yip Pui Yin, though. The last time she beat Saina Nehwal was the 2010 Asian Games. Even then, you can't say it was a dominant performance. The scoreline was 21-19 in the third on that day 7 years ago. It's stats like that to me suggest Yip Pui Yin might be past her peak. It's the first semi-final she's reached for well over a year. Yip Pui Yin, a common face in the main draw of many events, but rarely makes it past Thursday's play. Her best result last year perhaps was the last 16 of the Super Series Premier Chinese Open. And she's been struggling to get back inside the top 30 in the world for quite some time now. Saina Nehwal, the former world #1, aged 26 now. Still many more years to go if she wants it. As I mentioned earlier, just on her comeback really from injury, maybe even a couple of different injuries last year. And for the first time in quite a few years, I think it is, there's another Indian player ranked higher in the world than Saina Nehwal at this moment. Haven't been able to say that for quite some time. PV Sindhu with that silver medal in the Rio Olympics and some other great results through 2016 have put her in the top 6, I believe, in the world, with Saina Nehwal at 10. If Nehwal can get back to her best, it's going to be a very interesting battle between those two. What a fantastic smash once again. Massive smiles from Saina Nehwal. Perhaps she can't believe it herself. Every single one of those round the head, cross-court smashes, she's absolutely nailed. I don't think there's anyone in the world that would get that back. And an absolutely dominant performance all the way from the second half of the opening game. Saina Nehwal has absolutely destroyed her opponent here today. Yip Pui Yin. A fully deserved win. And great to see Saina Nehwal coming back on form to take her spot in tomorrow's Malaysia Masters Women's Singles Final. She's come through this semi-final against Yip Pui Yin, the #5 seed from Hong Kong, in a very impressive scoreline, 21-13, 21-10. Well, what a tremendous performance it was for at least a game and a half from Saina Nehwal. 21-13, 21-10, that women's singles semi-final. And we're up to the last match of today's semi-finals. It's men's doubles, and a match that many have been waiting for.